Good morning, friends. Welcome to 112th episode of Tech Forum. And today we are having a very interesting presentation from Dr. Abhijit Sathe. Abhijit Sathe is a founder and CEO of JalSevak Solutions Private Limited. Sathe has received his MTech in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Chennai and PhD from Mechanical Engineering from MIT, USA. Worked in USA as well as in India, several places, done a lot of R&D and lot of papers to his pursue, publications and whatnot. I know Abhijit as a CEO of MIT TBI when we had our first interactions, and he's an innovator and he has developed a system named JalSevak, and this system can take care of your grey water of domestic grey water, and which can be recycled and reused, which is a great uh, product he has developed for small flats and whatnot, because you have a lot of waste from your wash basin, okay, toilet and whatnot, and then water once recycled can be used for gardening and many small applications, of course, without drinking, though he is recycling it to the potable level, but normally people don't like to consume that. So without spending much time, I'm requesting Abhijit to start his presentation. Have a nice day. Please go ahead, Abhijit.
Thank you, Vilas sir, for this opportunity. Good morning, everybody. Very happy to be here. As Vilas sir mentioned, I had given a presentation to this forum a few years back when I was leading the incubation center in MIT World Peace University. Since then, I have moved on and uh, working full time on my startup company named JalSevak, where we have developed a compact and scalable grey water treatment system to treat our household wastewater that will serve many applications. So without further introduction, I will start the presentation, and I will also play one small video which will give a better idea of what we are doing, and then we can continue with the presentation. So the challenge that we are facing today is the shortage of drinking and usable water in several areas in India. Even though right now it is raining very heavily in Pune and Maharashtra, and all the dams are full and so on, that doesn't mean there will not be water crisis in the future or even in next 6-8 months. So the basic fact is that we are not reusing any of our wastewater. All of our public washrooms, bathrooms under Swachh Bharat, most of them lack source of water for flushing and sanitation, which leads a very bad sorry state of these public bathrooms. And then there is no sewage disposal system happening. Most of us, I guess, do not know how many sewage treatment plants the PMC or any municipality operates, how much water is recycled every day, what happens to the recycled water, how much of it is being used for applications again, reused, how much of it goes into our water bodies without treatment and so on. So there is no information on this activity. And if you look at the size of city like Pune, we probably generate hundreds of millions of waste water per day, and all of that either is treated very minimally or it doesn't get any treatment at all. So this has caused very severe pollution in our rivers, as we can see in Moya Mutha and other rivers around Pune. And this situation is very similar in most of the Indian cities and communities. So we are trying to address this problem by recycling our own wastewater on site. So these are the challenges. If we think about any wastewater solution available, we only have the centralized sewage treatment plant as the only option. And these are only suitable for large facilities. They often come in size of half MLD or even bigger than that, 2 MLD, 5 MLD, which are suitable for big apartment complexes, municipal size plants and so on. the STPs are very high in both capital cost as well as operating cost. They need a lot of area, a lot of planning. Upfront capital is required. They consume a lot of electricity. We have heard this feedback from so many society or committees saying our STPs are not working because of the maintenance issues of the very high electricity bill we are getting because of the STP, and so we have stopped using these sewage treatment plants. So as a result, the only solution is to move to a decentralized way of treating our sewage. The centralized means of collecting all sewage in one place and then treating it, that doesn't work efficiently at all. So the only way, like I said, is the on-site treatment of our wastewater. These are some of our competitors. Uh, as we know, there are many companies in India who we provide very, sophisticated sewage treatment plants like VATech, Wabak, Thermax, Siemens. There are many MNCs as well as local players, and all of these companies provide very large STPs. They need a lot of size, a large, huge planning is required in during the time of construction. It is impossible to fit these plants after the building is complete or cannot be retrofitted, and they need, like I said, high capital cost as well as very high operating cost owing to the electricity requirement. So this is what we propose. We have developed this on-site and compact treatment plant to treat our wastewater from shower, laundry, washing machine, hand washing, dishwashing, and so on. All of this gray water is collected from the either individual house or apartment or a hostel or a hotel. It's collected into our plant, which is very small and requires very low footprint. And this water is treated using multiple levels, which I will show in the next slide. And the resultant treated water is then reused in the same facility for flushing of toilet, urinals, bathrooms, floor cleaning, construction. PMC last year they have issued a advisory saying all the new construction projects should not be using fresh water. They should only use treated water for concrete mixing, curing, and other activities. Right now, most builders either use borewell or tankers for the construction, which is consuming a lot of fresh water. So our effort is to also work with builders and developers to make this grey water available for their construction activities. And this is a very scalable solution. We have installed this at place like an individual house where only 4 or 5 people are staying, as well as into a large hotel with 500 rooms, generating around 80 to 100 kiloliters of grey water every day. So this is a very scalable solution, and as I mentioned, it requires very less space, low capital, as well as low maintenance. Now I will pause this presentation here to play one short video. So just allow me to play this video, and let me know if it is audible.
In today's rapidly urbanizing world, water has become a highly valuable resource. JalSevak Solutions is an Indian startup that is striving to address the most pressing issues our cities and towns are facing. On the one hand, there is increasing shortage of potable and usable water across several cities, leading to dependency on tankers. At the same time, most cities lack reliable sewage treatment and disposal systems, resulting in large-scale contamination of natural water bodies.
Did you know that wastewater generated from our daily activities like shower, laundry and hand wash is called grey water? Approximately 55% of our household wastewater is grey water, while the rest is sewage. Using JalSevak's patented and cost-effective treatment process, it is now easy to recycle and reuse our household grey water.
In the first step of the treatment process, raw grey water from shower, hand basin and laundry is collected using a separate drain pipe. The collected grey water is treated using coagulation, multiple levels of filtration, chemical treatment and aeration. These processes not only remove all suspended particles from the water but also destroy bacteria and pathogen. The system operation is fully automatic and requires least amount of human involvement.
Finally, the treated water is sent for reuse in activities like toilet flushing, gardening, floor cleaning, etc. Quality of the treated water is closely monitored using parameters like pH, turbidity, COD, BOD and coliform.
JalSevak's scalable, affordable and sustainable treatment solution can potentially save 30 to 35% freshwater in every household by recycling greywater. This solution is ideal for installation in facilities like homes, apartment buildings, hostels, hotels, resorts and so on. It can be installed in existing as well as under construction facilities.
JalSevak Greywater treatment system has received CII Green Pro eco-labeling that makes it suitable for installation in certified green homes. Griha Council has also included JalSevak system in their green building materials catalogue. Out of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals adopted by the United Nations, JalSevak Greywater Recycling Solution satisfies these three goals: clean water and sanitation, sustainable cities and communities, and climate action.
JalSevak Greywater recycling systems are working in facilities like resorts, charitable trusts, hostels, with capacities varying from 1,000 litres per day to 80,000 litres per day depending on number of users and application of treated water. With over 35 plants already operating in more than 20 cities across India, JalSevak recycling systems are saving around 2.5 lakh litres of fresh water by reusing shower and laundry wastewater for the purpose of toilet flushing and gardening. They are also reducing tanker dependency in water-sensitive places, leading to lower carbon footprint.
Contact us today by visiting www.jalsevak.in or email us at inquiry@jalsevak.in for more information on JalSevak's Greywater treatment solution for your residential facility. Let us join hands in building a sustainable world by reusing our own wastewater.
Rapidly urbanized world.
One minute.
Wonderful
I'll share the
presentation.
screen again.
Yeah, nice presentation.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Okay, so as I mentioned, I think some of the points which I'm going to talk about, they already have explained in the video, so we can move on quickly. So as I mentioned, the grey water is collected using dedicated piping. Most of our buildings have two separate pipes coming out of the bathroom. One is a large pipe that carries sewage from our toilet, and the other pipe from the bathroom is smaller pipe that has all the grey water from our bath, washing machine, basin, etc. So this separation is already happening. What happens? These two pipes at the bottom of the building, there is a chamber where both of these waste and black and sewage grey water get mixed, and then it goes into the septic tank and so on. So our objective is to separate out this grey water pipe before it gets mixed into the sewage, and then treat it using our system and reuse the treated water. And so we have different sets of filtration. I have some photographs also where the water is then treated using a coagulation method, where we add a small chemical for settling of all the solids and dirt and oil and so on. After that, it is filtered using multiple level of filtration, including a micron filter, a carbon filter, and so on. And finally, it is stored in a delivery tank, from where it can go into the different applications. Like I mentioned, flushing of toilet is the most common application. Gardening, landscaping, all places where fresh water is required, but we don't need to the water to come in contact of human being. All these applications are suitable for this treated water. We have developed a very compact system called WARSHA. It stands for Wastewater Recycling System for Household Application. So it comes from a in a size of 1,000 to 2,000 liters of treated water per day. So as you can see, it's a very small system where on the on the right side you have a collection pump which sends raw grey water into this treatment tank, where we have a very small dosing of chemical to settle down all the solids and dirt particles. Everything gets settled down, and then it gets drained through a drain hole at the bottom, and the treated water is then passed through a small pump into a three-stage filter, which also removes any particles, dirt, anything up to 5 micron size, followed by activated carbon filter and so on, which completely removes all the dissolved gases, odor, everything. And then finally it is given a small disinfectant treatment in the form of sodium hypochlorite. This is again to stop the development of any secondary bacteria or pathogen that will cause the foul smell. Most of us, when we think about treated water, recycled water, first thing comes into mind is this bad smell. So in that case, in this case, we have eliminated that biggest worry. There is zero smell in this water, owing to all these different kind of filtration and treatment. And then finally the water is then ready for use in the household for flushing, as I mentioned. And then there is a small control panel to set all the processes and automation. This is a completely automated system. There is zero involvement of any human being for any of these processes. All the collection of the water, the draining, and all the filtration treatment, everything is automated using timers and float switches. And this is ideal for houses, small apartment buildings. Again, the similar system can be scaled up for bigger apartments, hotels, and so on. And the result is very same. This particular unit occupies only 8 feet by 3 feet space, which is very small for a individual house, and it can be put on the ground floor or in the rooftop, depending on the space constraints. So right now we are installing this system at several places in Bangalore and other cities where there is real shortage of water, where our customers require this kind of very compact solution, because there is no space in their house, for this large system. This is another system which we have developed. This is a AI photograph, but actual unit will look very similar to this. So the idea is to provide a on-site greywater solution for construction sites. As you know, most of in Pune we are seeing a lot of redevelopment projects for apartment buildings and other commercial buildings, where there is a huge labor camp where these laborers stay on the site. The labor, their families, all of them stay on the site in the temporary accommodation, and they consume all the water for washing, cleaning, taking bath, washing their clothes, and so on. And all this water just goes into a nearby ditch, without treatment. At the same time, the builder is buying tankers for construction activity. So why not use this kind of portable and mobile grey water unit for treating this grey water on site, and then using this water for construction activities. So this unit is installed in a back of a tractor trolley, which can be pulled to any construction site, and it can be installed in a matter of a day, where it will stay on the site for as long as the construction is happening. Once the construction is complete, this plant can be moved to a different place. That is the idea. This is also available for a long-term lease. If the builder does not want to buy this unit from us, we also provide this in this on a lease fashion, where they will pay us for the use every month, and we will maintain and operate this unit at the builder site. So this is we believe this unit will solve a lot of problems when it relation to construction projects. These consuming high quantities of fresh water, most often from a borewell or a tanker, and this will be a very sustainable way to build buildings in the future. So we have as I mentioned in the video, we have a patent. There are two patents we have filed. This one is already granted for this compact and scalable treatment plant. And the comparison of the raw water versus treated water can be seen here. This water is the treated water is perfectly fit for applications, as I mentioned, in flushing of toilets, gardening. We do not recommend this for washing clothes or washing cars or taking bath again, because of small chemical available in the water, as well as any risk of infection, even though such cases are almost non-existent. But the International Water Standard says this treated water should not be used for any other application unless it is further treated using a RO or any higher kind of biological treatment. Our customers are largely into hospitality industry, builder architects, NGOs, as well as individual homeowners, apartment buildings, and so on. We are also working with some government agencies like Insured Municipal Corporation. We have installed one plant at Nigri Pradhikaran in a building called Yashwantrao Chavan Smarak. So it's a public building with shops and marriage hall and so on, and it also has a hostel for underprivileged boys who will stay there in the hostel, and their grey water is then used for gardening and so on. And the revenue stream, there is we sell the unit directly to the customer, and then there is AMC and spares sales also involved. We started in year 2020, and we have grown steadily. Last year, our revenues were 75 lakh rupees, and this financial year we are expecting to do almost 2 crore of total revenue. We have received green certifications from CII Green Pro. This is the Indian Green Building Council initiative where they collect the catalog of products that are fit for application in green building, like green solar panels and recycled bricks and so on. So this our product also meets that standard, where if the building wants to be certified as a green building, they can use our product for construction of this building, and I mean for the treatment of their wastewater, and then this building can be receive it can receive green certification. Similar, likewise, there is Griha Council which gives this catalog for residential buildings that want to be known as green buildings. Our product is also available on both of these catalogs. As I mentioned in the video, we have installed in most part of the country except the eastern side. Particularly in the southern part in Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu, our plants are installed in places like individual houses, apartments, resorts, hotels, and so on. In Maharashtra, we have installed in resorts like Mahabaleshwar, Alibag, Lonavala, and so on, where again there is a shortage of water in peaks summer months, where the resorts have to buy tanker water. And also places like Delhi, NCR, Indore, and so on. Some of these photographs are here, of our plant are shown. It shows the filters and other, tanks and, pumps and so on. This is at a Mahabaleshwar resort. We have installed at a cancer hospital hostel in Mumbai, in Cotton Green area. Additionally, there are other sites in Agra, Coimbatore, Delhi, and so on. Some of our major clients are PCMC. Maharashtra State Electricity Board has installed one plant in Nashik. They are looking at more plants at some of their training centers. The Suchitwa Mission, which is a government body in government of Kerala, they have empaneled us for as a vendor for supplying grey water plants to all their nagarpalikas and panchayats and so on. So we have a large interest from corporate as well as government bodies to increase our footprint across the country. So the impact is obvious. We save fresh water, at the same time we reduce sewage. Additionally, there is we have seen improvement in sanitation in places where there is very little water available. We have installed our plant at a slum area in Bangalore, where they get water only once in 3 days, that also with from anchor. So there we have installed a plant in a public bathroom and toilet facility, where around 50 people are using it daily for all of their sanitation activities, and they have seen dramatic improvement in hygiene of this place because of the availability of treated water. We have received some media coverage from places like Better India, India Express, and Hindu, and so on. I have done my PhD from United States in mechanical engineering. I worked in places like Parker Hannifin and other places, other companies in both US and India before starting this journey. I was also working as a incubation and center manager in IIT Kanpur and as well as in MIT World Peace University before starting this journey of my own. We have a team of five people. They have different skill sets in operations, design, marketing, and so on. We are supported by IIT Kanpur by different government initiatives like Ministry of Housing Affairs, MSME, EIL, as well as we have received some funding from Citibank and Buddha Institute and so on. And that is, I believe, this is the last slide. Our factory is located in Nanded Phata area in Sivagad Road. If anybody wants to visit us, see our product in person, we'll be very happy to welcome you to our plant and explain the different aspects of our system. So that is all from my side. I'll be happy to take questions or any comments or points. Yeah, I think I've seen some. There are some chart, points. Needs system in our society in WARSHA. Definitely, Mr. Kirkar, I'll definitely come back to you. I'll call you on this number to schedule a visit so that we can see how to install the plant in your society. Incoming water for flush is common in drinking and in use. Yes, that is true. In some of the old buildings have one pipe going into the bathroom, which supplies water for wash basin, for our bathroom tap, as well as for the flushing of the tank. So in that case, we'll have to separate out the flushing line. In many new buildings, the builder is giving a separate line for only for flushing, where it is much easier for us to install our plant and directly give water for flushing. But in other buildings, I agree, there is some replumbing cost is involved.
As I mentioned in my inquiry or chat, that
Yeah.
our society is having about 156 flats.
Yeah.
And basically, it's a 15 years old society. So
Yeah.
naturally, I think the sewage treatment and other things are not being done, even though we have a plant. It is
Okay,
not
sir.
being used. And
Right.
probably it is going directly to the wastewater line of corporation.
Okay.
So
Okay.
whether it is going to be feasible first to separate out those lines and then carry out or install this system, whether it will need some additional tanks of various capacities for various buildings. We'll have to
Right.
study that. So if you can
Yes.
schedule your visit, it will be better.
Yes. No. I will call you after this meeting to see when we can visit as soon as possible, so that we can give you all these details.
Yes. Okay. I think you can keep that slide with phone numbers. I will note down the phone number.
एक minute, just 1 minute.
Please go ahead with the next question.
Yeah, this is Vijay Ghate.
Okay, sir.
I have one question.
Morning. Yeah.
The way it looks like we are recycling the water one time and then it again goes to the wastewater, right?
Right.
So how much saving really happens in a year? How much have you worked on that a little bit? Because this, I'm not sure. By delaying the water going into wastewater by 1 day, what are we achieving?
Okay. Yeah. So I agree with you. When this treated water is now used for flushing, then it goes into sewage. But you don't need fresh water for flushing. Okay, ever. So all your grey water is only used for flushing, and then it goes into the sewage line as it is going in the past. Uh, but all the fresh. So if you look at our daily usage of water, around 25-30% of our daily water is only used for flushing of toilet, and this water is saved completely because we don't use, after this system is installed, you don't have to use fresh water for flushing. Okay, then the flushing requirement is completely taken care by the treated water.
Oh, so what
So
we are saying is about 25% of water is saved.
yes, sir.
Okay. Because otherwise it would come from fresh water every day. Now here it
Every
will
day
not come from fresh water. So
it will not come from fresh water.
we're actually reusing the grey water for flushing. So
Correct.
saving is about 25%. Okay.
20% for flushing, and if you also have happen to have like a lawn or any
Yes.
garden or something,
Garden.
then this water is
Right.
used for that watering that also.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. I miscalculated.
No problem, sir.
Hi, good morning, sir.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, I just wanted to know who all are your target audience, like whom you capture apart from the industrialist, like from the society based. Whom should we coordinate in terms of your product?
So the biggest number of enquiries we get are from the individual homeowners who are building their houses and who want to use sustainable means of building, like most of us try to use solar panels in our buildings, wherever possible. Similarly, many people also want to reuse their wastewater. So there we get a lot of inquiries from individual households saying ki, I am going to construct my house, it is in the planning stage and so on. So how can your system be installed? And so these are our biggest customers. And additionally, apartment buildings, hostel buildings, like any academic areas, or institutions like places in Ahmednagar or Aurangabad and so on, where there is shortage of water. We have received inquiries from these places saying, or we have a hostel of around 100 people for working women or underprivileged children and so on. So how can your system save water for us? And we always give them the same answer, saying all of your flushing water requirement will be satisfied by our plant. And in
Okay, all
addition, we are also looking at, like I mentioned, hospitality industry consumes a lot of fresh water. So
yeah.
there also our plant is very operational.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Namaskar, sir.
Next
Hello?
question,
Hello.
please.
Hello.
You,
Yeah, we
Please
can
go
hear
ahead.
you.
Please go ahead.
yeah. What is the cost of treatment per unit in this mode?
Okay, so if you look at plant like this, which is, like I said, this is fit for a individual house or even small apartment building. It will treat around 2000 liters of grey water per day. So the cost of this plant is 1.5 lakh rupees, including all the components, all automation, all plumbing and so on. And then if you are looking at a bigger complexes, like Mr. Kekar asked for a large apartment building with 150 flats. So there we have to calculate the cost depending on the amount of water that will be treated.
Brother. I'm asking about the cost of treatment. Supposing we have a plant, whichever size it is. What about the cost of treating that water and recurring cost, etc.?
Okay, so the recurring cost comes out to be around 4 rupees per 1000 liters of water treated. So
Okay, that's
0.4
fine.
paise per liter, and most of this cost is for the small pump. We have a half horsepower pump and very little dosing of these chemicals. So if you calculate the recurring cost, so for let's say if it's 1,000 liters per day unit, then every day the cost will be 4 rupees. So monthly cost will be 120 rupees.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
What would be its monthly maintenance cost?
Hello?
Abhilash Sunday here. My question is, what will be the monthly expenses, maintenance and whatnot?
Okay, yeah. So that's why I was mentioning for this particular unit, you are screen on the screen. If it is treating 1,000 liters of grey water per day, then the daily maintenance cost is the daily operation cost is 4 rupees, 4 rupees per day.
No.
So
I mean,
monthly
change
will
of
be
filter
120
and
rupees.
maintenance replacement cost, annual maintenance cost.
Okay, so annual maintenance cost, the filters will be have to be replaced, says 9 to 12 months, and the replacement filter cost is around the micron bag filter cost 100 rupees, and the carbon filter cost around 400 rupees. So monthly, so I would say every 9 months the filter cost would be around 500 rupees.
Okay, that's all. That's the consumable.
Yeah, yes, it's a very low maintenance system. Yes.
And can it be replaced easily? Any layman can.
Anybody can do it. Right now, most of our plants that are operating in individual houses, the house owner is taking care of all the maintenance. We only send parts from here. There is no requirement of any specialized technician to visit and do the maintenance. Anybody can do it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Further, next question. Yeah, let's wait for more questions. More questions, comments, whatever.
Vilasji, I would like to just make a comment.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, this is SP Bhatnagar. It's a fantastic idea. Actually, I think you should start impressing the builders to incorporate that separate line for flushing, because that is what is not happening. Even the new buildings are not having here in Ahmedabad. We see only one line coming for the whole bathroom. So all kinds of fresh water goes to all applicants. So if you can influence the builders, or maybe we can even approach the uh, uh, regulatory authorities, make it mandatory to have a separate line for machine. So that full. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I agree, sir. Thank you. We are also talking to, like, we talk to the authority in for example in Pune Municipal Corporation, asking requesting them that if we can prove this system will operate in the way which we are claiming, can you request the builders to make these modifications, these changes in the design, as you rightly mentioned, a separate line for flushing tank and separate collection and so on. So they said in principle we can do that, but how they will implement is something I don't know. But like you said, we have to go and request the builders, ourselves, to make this changes in their plumbing layout.
That's great. That's great. So, any more comments or suggestions? Vinay, would you like to say?
No, I think these details are enough. Once he visits, probably we will be able to get some more idea about how exactly it can be done, whether it is feasible or not, and then probably further questions or any other points can be raised.
Okay. I think Abhijit has given a very good and clear-cut view about the project, and I really appreciate his efforts. I'm sure this will go in a big way because this is a need of the hour. Because water saved is water earned, I say. So this will definitely catch up, and as Professor Bhatnagar have rightly pointed out, this can be made mandatory by PMCs so that the water can be saved to a great extent. So with this, I conclude the today's topic, though it is early and interactive. I must thank Dr. Abhijit Sate for this wonderful presentation. We will be meeting on 12th of October for another exciting presentations. Those who have joined today and not members can apply for membership, and we will definitely accept your inputs, and we would also like to have your presentations, your views on different topics that we conduct. We also have a YouTube channel. This recording will be available on YouTube channel by today evening, and you can watch it today afternoon. So thanks to Anil for doing that. So friends, let us conclude today's talk, and we must thank once again to Dr. Abhijit Sate. So today's meeting is over, and we will meet on 12th of October. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening and your
Thank
comments and
you.
feedback.
Thank you.